If you've just started playing Stardew Valley and you feel like the day ends way too fast, or you're constantly running out of energy, or you keep passing out and losing money, you're not bad at the game. You're probably just misunderstanding how time actually works. Stardew never really explains this properly, and a lot of beginners end up wasting huge chunks of their day without realizing it. So let's talk about how the day cycle really works and what you should be keeping in mind early on. Every day in Stardew Valley starts at 6 a.m. and technically ends at 2 a.m., which makes it a 20-hour in-game day. This is the time you have to do everything. Farming, mining, fishing, talking to villagers, all of it. Once 2 a.m. hits, the game is done with you for the day, whether you like it or not. One thing that surprises most new players is how fast time actually moves. The clock in Stardew jumps forward in 10-minute chunks, and each of those is roughly 7 seconds in real life. When you do the math, a full 20-hour day is only about 14 minutes long in the real world. So if it feels like the day flies by, that's because it actually does. The good news is that time doesn't always move. Whenever you open your inventory, a chest, the map, or pretty much any menu, the clock completely pauses. This is something you really want to get used to using. Planning your next move while the menu is open saves more time than you might think. Now let's talk about sleeping, because this is where a lot of beginners accidentally mess themselves up. You can go to bed at any time you want. Sleeping ends the day, saves your progress, and you'll always wake up at 6 a.m. the next morning no matter what, but when you sleep matters a lot. If you go to bed before midnight, you'll wake up with full energy the next day. If you stay up past midnight, the game starts penalizing you. Sleep at 1 a.m. and you'll wake up with noticeably less energy. Push it all the way to 2 a.m. and you'll only have half your energy the next day. And if you don't make it to bed at all, the game will knock you out at exactly 2 a.m. wherever you're standing. When that happens, you'll lose some money, about 10%, capped at 1,000 gold. Early game, that loss can really hurt, so passing out is something you want to avoid as much as possible. Another thing that confuses people is nighttime. Night doesn't start at the same time every season. In spring and summer, it gets dark around 8 p.m. In fall, it's closer to 7 p.m., and in winter, it's already dark by 6 p.m. Visually, the game feels like night much earlier in winter. For gameplay reasons, though, the game mostly treats anything after 6 p.m. as nighttime, no matter the season. This matters for certain events, and especially for fishing, because some fish can only be caught at night. I'll go deeper into fishing later in another video, but just know that time really matters there. Time also controls the entire world around you. Villagers follow schedules based on the hour and even the day of the week. Shops open and close at specific times, and if you show up too late, you're just out of luck for the day. This is why planning what you're doing each day becomes more important the longer you play. One last thing, and this is more of a weird hidden mechanic than something you need to stress about early on. A full day technically has 1,200 in-game minutes, but between 2 a.m. and 6 a.m. the game handles time differently, and each hour is counted as 100 minutes instead of the normal 60. This mostly affects machines and processing timers, so it's just something to be aware of as you get further into the game. If there's one takeaway from all of this, it's that Stardew Valley isn't about rushing, but it is about being aware of time. Once you understand how the day works, you'll stop wasting energy, stop losing money, and you'll feel way more in control of your farm. If this helped you understand the game a little better, feel free to like the video. And if you want more Stardew Valley guides like this, consider subscribing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.